favorite fan.
Fighting for Minnesotans who are injured isn't just our job.
It's personal here.
We get it.
It's like hiring family. We take their cases personally. That's not just a slogan. We mean it.
When you know what your clients are facing, you fight differently.
We can't change what happened, but we can start charting a path for the future.
Around here, we have a team that fights for Minnesotans every day because we get it.
We're coaches.
We're lake lovers.
We're parents.
We're not just lawyers. We're Minnesotans.
Ugly before it's done, but I don't think it'll end up being physical, and if it is, I'm going to get killed. So that much, I'm smart enough to know that. How about a round of applause for Minnesota Wild General Manager Bill Guerin?
Thanks.
How are you?
I'm doing great, buddy. How are you?
You love it when listeners come up and they got all kinds of advice for you, just like we do.
I do.
You love that. You live for that kind of advice, don't you? Well, these people care.
People care.
You want them to care. You don't want them to become Twins fans now are apathetic. You don't want that. You want emotion and passion, right?
Yeah, you know what? You want people to follow. You want people to have an interest in your team.
That's it.
There's definitely a way to do it. Some people get it, some people don't.
Yeah,
but I'd say around these parts, for the most part, people get it. And you know what? I do. I like talking with people and getting I think it's important to hear what people have to say sometimes.
Get what they're thinking at least out there. Most of it you probably already know. So you've been out here all day or just the last couple hours?
No, just I don't even know what time it is.
Were you here?
I've been here for an hour and a half.
Well, that's not very committed to the bit. State Fair is important.
It's my second day.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
When was the first day?
First day.
Really?
Yes.
And were you here like all day?
I was here for about 6 or 7 hours.
Okay. I apologize.
Did
Def Leppard Day?
Old Dominion Day.
Old Dominion Day.
Yeah, and it was fantastic.
Was it good?
So good. Yeah, they were great.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah.
You a big Def Leppard guy? They were.
Yeah, I love Def
here
Leppard.
too. Were
I
they?
was away.
I
was away when they
were you meeting Kaprizov's agent?
No.
Oh. At an undisclosed location?
I forget when they were here, and I don't know where I was. I just got back yesterday from the U.S. Olympic orientation camp.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, we will talk about that for sure. I think we've mentioned this before. Well, last year, remember how the conditions a year ago? It was in the middle of a storm that was so crazy.
What do you got here? What are you doing?
I got some stuff for you from a good interview that Russo did with your head coach Heinze.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we'll talk. It jogs my memory, some of the names that we want to talk about. But yeah, it got so bad we had to shut everything down.
Really
we
bad,
did it in the dark. And it was raining outside, and then Alan Page called in. Remember,
Yeah,
you ended up
was
having a
great.
nice conversation with Alan Page.
Oh, he was amazing.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. That's the beauty of the State Fair. You never quite know what might happen. Now, have you been here long enough to have a full appreciation of how much this event means to people?
Yeah.
Or not so much?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I grew up out east in western Massachusetts, and we had something on a smaller scale.
Right.
It's called the Big E.
The Big E?
The Big E,
Okay.
yes. Eastern States Exposition.
Where was it?
It was in West Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And it was a similar type deal, much smaller scale, but all 7 New England states represented.
Oh, nice.
And so you could get, food from, there's Connecticut lobster rolls,
nice.
Maine
Yeah,
lobster rolls,
yeah.
Maine baked potatoes, and, Boston baked beans. It's just the whole thing. So I grew up with something similar to this, and it is important. I love it. I love coming here. And I like coming here and drinking beer and eating the food and going to concerts. And I just pounded a Pronto Pup.
Did you really?
Yeah, those are my favorite.
Just inhaled it.
I had some time to kill.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I love them.
There's so many good choices.
Yeah.
And for some people, they go that they're regulars, and others they branch out because there's new stuff every year. Have you had the Amish donut, the glazed donut extraordinaire? Have you had that
No,
yet?
I haven't.
How many years? I think that's 3 years old, Guardsy. 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think it's his 3rd year.
And it's easily the best. And it's just a glazed donut. It's enormous, and it's the best I've ever eaten, especially because it's a little bit warmed when they're there and they hand it to you. But the problem is it's 2-day wait. So
what?
I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not much.
Where is that?
It's that machine? Is it a Machinery Hill?
I think so. Yeah,
I think
up top.
I
got to
think-
go look at a few tractors.
Yeah,
a lot
it's
more
now
of that,
maybe it's late enough in the fair. It doesn't matter, but it's pretty crowded today. But it's very, very good. You know, Guardsy and I have talked about this. Guardsy's Minnesota kid. I obviously
Can't tell.
came from Gary, Indiana.
Wow.
I'm not one of us.
I'm the only one.
But
that
we
can't
both
skate.
share a tremendous affection for this event. Now, for us and for me, even going back before Guardsy was on the show, I mean, we've been out here for literally decades doing the show. And I don't like the coming and going part, but once I'm here, it's great, and I like the ritual of it. I like the tradition of it, the whole bit. There are a lot of locals who rebel, though, against it and say, I don't want to get near it. I don't like the crowd. Stop making me feel obligated to like the fair. There's an interesting split within the community on that.
Some people just don't like crowds.
Yeah, right.
And they don't like fun.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think that's it. Some people just don't want to do, the traffic or the effort
Right.
that it takes to get here and then deal with
The crowds once you
deal
are
with
here.
walking through crowds.
Do you
and stuff.
agree with my theory that the key to successful walking out here is to properly calculate your diagonal? In other words, if you're going to go across rather than in either the two main directions, you got to time it where you're not stopping the flow. You've got to find a way to calculate your diagonal where when you get to the crowd, there is an opening. That's the biggest problem here, I think.
It's
That's
like
why.
it's like playing Frogger.
Yes, that's a very good analogy. You're
you
right.
have to go straight,
Yes.
side,
Yes.
straight, back side. It'd almost be beneficial to work on your agility before you go
Yes,
to
you're right.
the state fair, just to get
That's
through.
true. That's very, very
And if I just have a little advice, like for people that would be, I think, be helpful to everybody. If you are in the middle of the street and you're walking, don't just stop. That screws
And look
that
around.
screws everybody up.
That's very well said.
Move to the side and then stop.
No, there is a it's shocking that would be something you'd have to say, but a
Yeah,
lot of people
yeah.
don't. They just decide. I'm
just
stopping.
I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, no, that's what you're about.
Yeah.
You've always been a giver in that
Yeah,
regard.
exactly.
All right, I mentioned at the start of the show that I'd love for you to break some news today. I know you're sick of the questions about it, but I'll ask you a couple, and I'm sure then we'll move on to other
How
things.
about I just talk and you don't even have to ask the questions?
Go. Yeah, just go.
Things are listen, we've been talking all summer. Things are good. Things are in a good spot. I'm comfortable with it where everything is. I'm confident. Listen, Kirill loves Minnesota.
Okay.
I know he loves Minnesota. I know he believes in the team. These things just take time. Like I guess my best example is Leon Draisaitl signed September 3rd last year. Like it just hey, look. This took up a lot of my summer. So I would have loved this done day one.
Sure.
So, but it just doesn't happen that way, and you have to work through it, and both sides have to be happy and comfortable with where you're at. So we take our time. And then, you know what? And I know people don't want to hear this, but, like, we also have other lives. I mean, I have a life outside
Do you?
this. Yeah,
Seriously?
I actually do. And so does Kirill's agent, and so does Kirill. And
Other
you have
things
to
that
do-
matter? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not, I'm not sitting waiting by the phone every single day.
Well,
But we get things done, and we meet when we feel it's necessary
Okay.
to meet, and we'll get it done.
Do we know when he's coming back from Russia?
Yes, we have an idea.
Well, when is it?
It's what's today?
Today is August
29th.
I'd say 7 to 10 days.
7 to 10 days, okay.
Yeah,
Well, if he likes it here so much, why doesn't he come back sooner?
because he doesn't get to go back and forth
Yeah.
to home.
I got you.
Siberia is
Yeah.
a long way.
That is a long way. Longer
Yeah,
for
so-
some than others, I
and-
might add.
yeah.
Once you're there.
But this Minnesota has a lot of things to offer Kirill that he really likes,
Okay.
like the outdoors and fishing, hunting, all that
Sure.
stuff that he really embraces. For lifestyle anyway. So this is a good fit for him that way. I think the biggest thing he's looking for is to win, and that's a great thing because that's all I want too. That's all Craig Leopold wants. That's all John Hines wants, and all the teammates. And I think I think we're in a really good position right now. We've worked hard the last number of years to build up our team and our prospect pool and our asset pool, and I think we're in a really good spot.
Louis worried. Just
Yeah,
telling
he
you,
is.
Lou Nanny's
I know
worried.
he is.
He's worried. He's now saying 2 days ago he said he wouldn't be shocked if there's not a contract extension signed by the start of the season. He thinks this might play out during the season. Is he wrong?
I don't know. I can't.
Well, you're supposed to know.
I can't tell you because something could happen tomorrow, and it could be great, and it could be.
Well, let me ask it
could be
this way:
five-
Will you?
Here's what I'll say.
Okay.
And Louis got tons of experience. He's been through this before, and I get it. Like, I try to be as honest with you and your listeners, all 6 of them.
Wow.
As best.
That's cold
As best
right
I
there.
can.
Man, that's just
And I know,
vicious.
that was a good.
That
It was a good one.
It's not bad.
It was a good
I'll
one.
accept it.
And
it's not original, but it's pretty good.
But I know everything that's going on. I can't.
That's fair.
I can't. So if that allows me to be more confident.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know more than Louis does, there's a problem at this point.
He still thinks he knows
well,
more. Well,
that's very, very true. All right, let's stay on schedule. Make this bottom of the hour break. We'll have a nice long chunk in the back end of the 3 o'clock hour of the show. Don't forget, Nico Medved, Gopher men's basketball coach, at the top of the hour. We've got Ben Gessling yet to come. We've got John Krasinski yet to come as well. But more with Billy Guerin and more than just, Kaprizov talk as well when we come back here in the Fan.
Monday at 2, the Power Trip closes out KFA.
Fighting for Minnesotans who are injured isn't just our job.
It's personal here.
We get it.
It's like hiring family. We take their cases personally. That's not just a slogan. We mean it.
When you know what your clients are facing, you fight differently.
We can't change what happened, but we can start charting a path for the future.
Around here, we have a team that fights for Minnesotans every day because we get it.
We're coaches.
We're lake lovers.
We're parents.
We're not just lawyers. We're Minnesotans.
Creators, dreamers, and fans who don't hit pause. Visit Lenovo.com for the latest in AI PCs and game-changing tech.
For more information about contests on the station, go to
Fighting for Minnesotans who are injured isn't just our job.
It's personal here.
We get it.
It's like hiring family. We take their cases personally. That's not just a slogan. We mean it.
When you know what your clients are facing, you fight differently.
We can't change what happened, but we can start charting a path for the future.
Around here, we have a team that fights for Minnesotans every day because we get it.
We're coaches.
We're lake lovers.
We're parents.
We're not just lawyers. We're Minnesotans.
And pick more or less on 6 player stats for week 1. Share your link with friends to add more cash to the bag and get bonus shots to win. Hit all 6 picks, you'll be splitting a bag that's already at $1 million or more. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, use code 1003TheFan, opt in for free, and start stacking entries for NFL Week 1. 0 cost, huge upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. Must claim token for free entry in Bag Builder contest. Only perfect entries earn share of cash prize. Tokens are single use and expire September 8th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Have you been injured in an accident? Hey, it's Corey Coe from the Power Trip Morning Show, and if you are looking for a law firm that you can feel good about calling, well, then I've got a recommendation for you. Reach out to Schwabel, Getz & Sieben. Schwabel, Getz & Sieben isn't just the largest personal injury firm in the 5-state area with 20 attorneys. They're also your neighbors, and they have helped thousands of Minnesotans through some of life's toughest moments. Schwabel, Getz & Sieben, the personal injury powerhouse. Local, experienced, on your side. Visit Schwabel.com or call 612-377-7777.
Hi, I'm Angela Warner for Warner Selling Appliance, and this year our Labor Day sale is one to shop. We'll take an extra 10% off already low sale prices, plus you'll get up to $100 back per appliance for up to $1,000 in bonus savings. Then, our delivery and install pros handle the rest without a scratch. Come see why Minnesotans have trusted family-owned Warner Selling Appliance for over 70 years. Shop our 9 Minnesota locations or visit warnerstellion.com.
Visit Touchdown Tile for your interior renovation needs. TouchdownTile.com.
This month at Zero Res, you can get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $119, plus they'll throw in a free hallway. And you can take $75 off any air duct cleaning. This offer's good through September 1st, so call today at 952-0RES or ZeroResMinnesota.com and say you want the KFAN special.
From the LevelMN.com Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Fan forecast.
Mostly cloudy, 76 right now. Chances of some storms this afternoon.
Need better sleep? This Labor Day weekend, upgrade to premium sleep at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Let their sleep experts match you with the perfect bed and get the rest you deserve. They make sleep easy.
Now back to the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios on The Fan.
If you want to chime in what's happening to your favorite KFAN shows, you can make your voice heard on the Bradshaw and Bryant KFAN text line. So let us know what you've said by texting your message to 64686. That's 64686. Enter text message and data rate supply.
Wild General Manager Bill Guerin, Act 2, on a very busy show today, as I said, with guests pretty much from start to finish. Is there anything else you need to get off your chest about Kaprizov, or can we move on?
No, we can move. I didn't even need to do that. I was doing.
Yeah.
You.
No, you. You handled it. I thought. Well, I mean, you said. I mean, you're in the position, obviously, of strength to the extent that you do know a lot more. You have to know a lot more.
Yeah.
But I got to believe, knowing the significance of the player, there's always going to be, even knowing that, a little nervousness because you want it done as much as anybody, right? To just move on with the rest of your life and everything else involving this franchise that seems to revolve around him.
Yeah, I just want to not just to get my life back, but to get a contract done with a special player to keep him here.
Right.
So we can win.
Is he healthy, by the way?
Yeah. So, everything I do is just in order to try to win.
Yes.
Like, it's just not like the money's going to be the money, the term's going to be the term. It's all about trying to build the best team we possibly can to go win. That's the name of the game.
So, do you feel like you're under any sort of deadline? Do you feel like because this team has not been able to get out of round one that you need, from a job standpoint, to get out of round one this year? Has anybody given you that impression? Do you have that impression? Do you think about any of that stuff?
No, I don't. I think a lot of it's noise, but it is. We do have to figure out a way to be better at that time of year. We really do. And I think with being out of the cap situation that we had been in for the past 4 years, I think that can help. We can, use assets that we currently have to try to improve the team, to try to, we've added 2 guys this year that have already won multiple Stanley Cups. They know what it looks like. That helps. But we can make our team deeper and better. And I do think I do think you learn through failure, and it's just a matter of, you know what, I felt really confident last year during the Vegas season that we were going to win this thing. We got a couple of really kind of crappy breaks, and then next thing you know, boom, it's done. Hopefully we're just learning from all this stuff, and one of these days it's really going to pay off.
When you guys have your off-season meetings, you and Hines in particular, is there stuff to your point about, all right, we got to figure out a way, especially at the end, to make this work better? So obviously, though, the seeds for that are planted, one would assume, in the off-season. Part of that is personnel changes. Part of it might be then training camp, what you emphasize, etc. When you guys sit and talk about this stuff, what do you say? How can you articulate exactly, specifically, where you're looking to get better?
Well, we go through the whole team. You know, you see areas in which you are weak at. You know, power or penalty kill. Like our penalty kill has been weak. It hasn't been as good as it needs to be. Why? What are the issues? Is it system-wise? If it's system-wise, where in the system is that breaking down? If it's not really the system, then who do we have out there on the ice doing it? And how do we change that? You know, I remember coming back from the Four Nations tournament last year, Heinze started putting Boldy on the kill, and he instantly became one of our better penalty killers because he's got sense and skill, anticipation, all those great things that come with a high-end player. Working through things like that. Where can we find another penalty killer? All the little details like that we go through. Where, you know, for John, like, okay, we had a full training camp last year. We got off to a terrific start. We had an amazing first 50 games of the season or whatever. We were right in it. Injuries started taking its toll on us, and you know, we kind of leveled off. How do we improve on that? Well, training camp's going to have to be with the same detail, the same, everybody said it was so hard. Well, it's supposed to be. It's training camp. The same. We've got to operate at that same level or higher with better detail. The players are a year more into with what Heinze's teaching them, and we can go from there. And with the off season that we had, we feel we've made the team deeper.
Let's talk about Tarasenko, and that's part of what I know. When Russo had a nice conversation with your coach, that was one of the subjects that came up, and so we know he has been a 30-goal scorer. I think it's 5 or 6 times in his career. Mm-hmm. Last 3, I think he's averaged 17. What makes you think he can get back to that other place? What interested you, or what do you feel like you guys know to say, even at his age, he can get back to that gear?
Because I don't feel like he was necessarily in places that it's probably not fair for me to say because I don't really know, but he needs a little love.
Okay.
I don't think he was feeling the love at his previous couple stops. A bit on the outside. A real fresh start with a lot of good support will be good for him. And I think communication, especially with guys who are elite players that are getting older, communication is critical.
Yeah,
because if you take time with them and talk to them and explain to them what's going on and what their role on the team is, where they're going to play, it just makes it easier. They don't have to figure things out for themselves, because I've been in that chair, and if you're trying to figure out what the coach is thinking, you drive yourself crazy. So I'm pretty confident. I know John's already met with him.
Yeah, I saw.
John flew down to Florida.
Had a big dinner with him, I think.
Yeah, and really enjoyed it. And so hopefully Vladdy comes in and gets comfortable right off the hop and can get his feet under him.
Give me your best impressions of and what you envision for Urov.
That's a good one too, because we have high expectations for him. He's proven himself in the KHL. He's big, he's lank, he's skilled. But again, like we gotta just. I can't. My expectations are high, but I try to manage my own expectations too because he is young. This is the NHL. This is the best league in the world. This is, like I said before, this is big boy hockey, and it's way better than the KHL. And so we've got to make sure that we don't just force feed him if it's not going well.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make sure we protect our asset, protect him, and not hurt his development. That being said, if he comes in and he's great, I won't be upset about that.
You wouldn't mind him fast forwarding what you guys are thinking?
We could really use that.
Right.
Like it's, you see some of these young guys, they come in and they just take the
Sometimes
league
that's
by
what you
storm.
need.
And you know what? It's like making a big trade.
It is, and I think it can have sometimes there's a spark that goes on when that happens that goes beyond the one player. If you get that from a couple different people, right?
Well, the team gets excited.
Yeah.
And like it's like when we put William in last year in the playoffs, like Kirill loved it that he was out there and like wanted him on the power play, and they're good. If they get it right away, they're good players, they're skilled, and they make our team better. And but hey, look, it's also a tough league, so we don't want to. We just don't want to damage the asset. You don't
want to go too fast, but you want to give them the opportunity to emerge.
Yeah, if they can, great, we will.
Well, it's not, and it's not unprecedented that sometimes that happens, right?
Yeah, but I've seen so many young players, their careers like seriously damaged and altered forever because the team gets way too excited about them and they force them into positions that they're not ready for. Confidence is a powerful, powerful thing, and if you don't have confidence in this league, it's going to be really hard.
Louis brought Zeev Bouillon with to talk about the World Juniors, of course, coming to town late this year and into January. And we talked a little bit with him, talked about his experience coming up a little bit last year. And, again, he said, look, there's a rude awakening to this, obviously, because this is another level, and you figure that out. He obviously didn't seem like he was utterly overwhelmed. So at his best, as he develops, what does he give you? What do you envision with him as he grows?
He's got a couple things. He's got unbelievable hockey sense. He's got a skill level where he's going to be a first power play defenseman. But what I love...
Will he be that with you immediately?
I think so, yeah. He'll get his shot for sure. But what I love are his intangibles, his character. He just loves to win. He wins. He wins in junior. He lives World Juniors, national championships, World Championships this year. He was on that team.
Yep, right.
He will do whatever it takes to win. That's what I love the most.
So you finally got the Rossi deal done.
Yeah.
3 years, I think, $15 million ultimately. So in the end, are you surprised he's still with you?
No.
Because all offseason the feeling was, well, yeah, you're call me.
But where did that
start?
Where did that start? I never came out and said, oh, we don't like him. I never came out and said we want to trade him.
Well, you haven't always been, I wouldn't say you've always been the most.
When have I ever said anything negative about him?
Well, not negative exactly. Just feels like I think there's been a vibe that maybe.
No, what I've been is honest.
Okay, well,
There were times in his career where he needed to be better. He needed to do certain things at a higher level. I still think he can get to another level.
Mm-hmm.
But never once did I ever say that I don't like this guy.
Right.
Like, I think that was that was just something.
You think it was a media creation?
Yeah, it was a media creation because we put him with Trenny and Brazeau for a couple games in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty big. I mean, the guy was one of your big scorers, and suddenly he's demoted to 4.
Because he didn't play well for a couple games. We're trying to win.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't owe anybody a position in the lineup or on a certain line or not on a certain line. I said this in another interview. I am obligated to pay you on the 1st and 15th of every month. That's all I'm obligated to do. The coach controls the ice time, and we are just trying to win. And if you're not playing well, and he wasn't playing terrible, it's not like, but we're trying to make adjustments within a playoff series to win. Mm-hmm. He actually went and played with Braz and Trenny and played really well. He scored a couple big goals.
He did.
That's good. That's good. That gave us depth. And that doesn't mean that we don't like him, but it also doesn't mean that I have to just, I don't have to pay everybody just what they want either.
Well, in the end, so when you're having discussions postseason and for this contract and so forth, I get it. There's no team that ever assures a player that you're going to be not going to be demoted to, even for a short period, fourth line anymore. But I assume if I were him, I would have wanted to have the conversation with you guys. Okay, what happened there?
He did. Him and Heinz, he had the conversation.
Okay.
They were fine.
And how'd that go?
But it was good.
Okay.
It was good. But it's hockey. We switch lines. We try to win. It's not that big a deal.
Well, I'm just saying some of the hockey people around the team all the time, not going to name any names, said, well, but part of the concern was, did you guys have enough better options that gave you the opportunity to make those kinds of changes, that's a little dangerous? That's all.
We did.
You think you did?
Yeah, because Ryan Hartman was playing unbelievably well. It's the best hockey I saw Ryan Hartman play since I've been here. And that's the way it goes. Oh, Hartsy's playing well? Boom, let's put him up. He's been fine, but you know what? Let's put him down.
Well, so
like we're just trying to win.
To avoid that happening again, where does he have to get better?
Oh man, I think just playing in traffic.
Okay.
Playing in, in the series against Vegas, a bigger team or whatever. Mm-hmm. And you know what? That's when the great thing about Marco is Marco probably scored more goals than anybody on our team in 5 feet around the net. That's where he's best, is in the traffic. He's smart. He can find holes. He can pick up rebounds. If he can consistently do that again, like more consistently do that, and turn plays and things like that, he's fine. Marco's a good hockey player, and he's a good kid. It was just that narrative of that. I actually couldn't believe the narrative that took, because, I mean, if you look at like, you can go back and look at lines through the season where he played. It's like 2 out of like 86 games. So and look, he's just I guess the prime example. But this happens all the time. Like Zuki, we put Eck with Boldy and Kirill, and Zuki played on the second line or whatever it is. He's been a first-line player his whole time here. Nothing was made of that. Like he's not playing with Kirill. That's just the way it is. That line, they were the best line in the league for like 2 months. What are we going to do? Put Zuki back up there because he wants to play with Kirill because he's his buddy? I don't think so.
Does Flower have retirement remorse yet?
Probably. Probably.
So what's he going to do?
I still do.
Do you?
No.
Yeah.
It takes a solid 3 years to say, like, all right, no, I can't play.
Roos and I were talking about this. What's interesting about Flower, there's a lot that's interesting about him, obviously.
Yeah.
But one of the things is, for how little, relatively speaking, he's been, here compared to so many other places in his career, the degree to which he's embedded himself in this community. It's pretty remarkable.
It really is. And listen, it's not a surprise to me how much people love him. That's one of the reasons we got him. He's just a great person in your community, but he's a great teammate. He's just a A+ human being. And when you see the career he's had, the way he plays, the way he approaches the game, he's always got a smile on his face. You know, even when it's not great, he just has a great approach to the game. And I think people really appreciate that. And you know what? And he loves it here. They've moved here. They, you know, his children I know love it here. So
is he going to do anything for you specifically?
Yeah, he's going to be my personal valet.
Well, and I'm guessing if he's in that role, though, there'll be a number of practical jokes coming your way.
Yeah,
expense.
Yeah, he's. We're gonna take it slow.
Okay.
22 years in the NHL. He needs to do. He needs to do some things in his life that he hasn't been able to do before.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish up with goaltending. Give me your state of the state there. How you feel. Not just about, obviously, your number one goaltender, but the kid. Because by all accounts, it did not go the way, you'd hoped a year ago. So give us kind of your overall picture regarding goaltending.
Yeah, I'm confident in the goaltending, very confident. I think, with Gus is Gus. I know he's coming back in good shape. I know he's ready. I think it'll help that Flower is still around and can be a sounding board for him. But, I guess the bigger question would be Wally. But I really think Wally's going to thrive knowing that he's going to be here. He's going to back up, and he's going to get his games. I think what happened last year, we tried early on to carry 3 goalies. It didn't work. It kind of messed up the whole plan. And
I tried to tell you that.
Just,
we talked about it.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
You don't listen.
I don't listen to you. So
I understand. I wouldn't either.
I should have. I should have. But you know what? It was worth the shot.
Yeah.
And
he's got it in him.
He's got it in him. Yeah. And I think it's just a matter of him knowing where he's going to be, settling in, and just getting to work. And it's not going to change.
Is it true just here or everywhere in hockey that an IE or a Y has to be put on the end of every name?
It's everywhere.
Zuki,
it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Or is that just you? Sure. You do that.
I do that.
You do that.
I do that.
Yeah. Did you always do that, even when you were a player? Everybody, where you could have.
Yeah, I gave a lot of guys nicknames.
Could you repeat them all? Not necessarily.
No, it's not bad ones, but yeah, a lot of trainers or equipment guys or PR guys. Yeah, I gave them a lot of.
Let's finish with this. Actually, give me a more general, a broader state of the NHL in your mind. The health of the league, where you think you are, where are you? Because you're an opinionated guy and you've been around this game a long time. Where I'm sure you love it, or where you say, I'd like to see us tweak this or go this direction. Give me what you like and give me a few things you'd like to see change.
I think we're in a great spot. I think the game's better than ever. It keeps getting better. I think the skill level of the players, the speed of it, I think the popularity is at an all-time high. I think the Four Nations tournament did a great deal for the game of hockey. I think the Olympics are going to be a big part of that as well. But the NHL is very healthy, and I'm really happy. I'm an opinionated guy, but I don't like tweaking. I'm not an overthinker either with these rules and things, because sometimes we overthink it and we screw it up.
Yeah, right.
Get
too cute with it.
You get too cute with it, and then you mess up these rules, and then you try to backtrack it and all that stuff. Let's just leave it. But I love the popularity that our players are getting. I love the health of all the franchises. I love it that we got a new CBA. That's
the cap's going up.
The cap's going up. It's good. When the cap goes up, it means, and this is what goes way back to 04, 05 when we lost that full year. But you want the owners to make money, and because when the owners are making money, the players make more money, and everybody makes more money. And that the business of it is good. That drives the popularity, that drives the TV, that drives all this stuff. And it drives it it makes the game more popular, and then young kids see it and they want to play, and it creates more players. And I just love where we are, and I think, we're in a good spot, and yeah.
You love the Olympic experience so far?
I do. I love it.
What do you like the most? Just being in the middle of it?
Being in the middle of it. You know, I addressed the team, the players the other day, the 44 guys we invited to this camp, and I'm looking out like this, and, you know, there's Austin Matthews and Jack Eichel and Quinn Hughes and, you know, Brady Tkachuk and Jason Robertson and, you know, there's JT Miller and our player pool is incredible. So I feel very fortunate to be in the position I'm in, and then just going to be a part of the Olympics again is great for the league, and it's great for everybody involved. The Olympics are very cool, and I'm super excited.
Bill Guerin, ladies and gentlemen, Wild general manager.
Yeah.
Are you done for the day, or are you going to go get some food?
I'm going to a concert tonight. Yeah, my wife's meeting me here now, and
who's the concert tonight? Did we say? I don't think we did say.
Yeah.
What's the name? Yell it out.
Brothers. Who?
The Avid Brothers?
Avid Brothers. Avid Brothers, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We did. They did say that.
Yeah, they're good.
So this is your second concert. You had Old Dominion, you said, and now the Avid.
Yeah, now the Avid Brothers, and I just had a Pronto Pup.
Nice.
And, I'm probably going to go have an ice cold beer.
Yeah, right in the middle of the State Fair experience.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, my friend.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
always great. Thanks.
Bill Guerin, thank you. We'll break top of the hour. We're going to talk a little basketball. Gopher men's basketball coach Niko Medved is going to join us next. Stay tuned.
This is The Fan broadcasting live from the Minnesota State Fair.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK Gary Traffic Center.
Brake lights for 169 northbound from Valley View Road up to about 7th. You're crowded off and on from Highway 7 up to 394. And then southbound has the usual congestion from 494 down to Old Shakopee Road. East 494 breaking East Bush Lake Road to Highway 100, then off and on slow to Cedar. I'm Deb Snyder, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Luther Brookdale Mazda.
Up to $2,500 Luther State Fair bonus cash. Luther Brookdale Mazda. 0% APR up to 60 months on qualifying new Mazdas. Luther Brookdale Mazda. Midwest large.
Fighting for Minnesotans who are injured isn't just our job.
It's personal here.
We get it.
It's like hiring family. We take their cases personally. That's not just a slogan. We mean it.
When you know what your clients are facing, you fight differently.
We can't change what happened, but we can start charting a path for the future.
Around here, we have a team that fights for Minnesotans every day because we get it.
We're coaches.
We're lake lovers.
We're parents.
We're not just lawyers. We're Minnesotans.